Hey guys, it's another installment of DLS build. This engine's in the way again. But I have to hurry up and do what I'm gonna do because Mike's on the way and we're actually gonna take the block and the heads, we're gonna send them down south and I'm gonna get them cleaned and then the valves cleaned and then new cam bearings put in. I'm gonna move this out of the way again and then we're gonna pull this LS engine up and I think we're gonna try and fit the rings in it and see what the ring gaps were. Hey, stop moving. Look, it's going by itself. So my last video I talked about this scuffed crank bearing. I was talking to the builder and he said, okay, first of all, he has a 5.3 and his personal car runs like 5.4s in the 8th. And he said he just stockpiles all the good used crank bearings that he has. And he said just replace it with another used crank bearing. So that's probably what's gonna happen. He said he has a bunch lying around. So I can get rid of this chewed up one. It's not even that bad. I mean, there's a bit of pitting in it, but I've seen worse.
Yeah, whatever, man.
We gotta flip this over. Whee! That was fast.
Yes!
And we gotta take these bearings out. If I can get them out. Where's the front? Here's the front. So this is 5. And all these other ones don't even look bad. This engine originally had 150,000 kilometers on it, like roughly 100,000 miles. That's what the odometer said on the actual vehicle it came out of. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take one of these pistons and we're gonna see what the actual end gap is on the piston and we're gonna put it in here. So what we're gonna see is if on a high mile engine, if it's even worth taking apart the stock bottom end to re-gap the rings, or if you should just put it in the motor and just run it. So we're gonna go ahead and try and pull off this. I don't have a ring expanding tool yet.
My shaft is bigger.
I'm gonna have to get one, but see if I can do it with my thumbs. There we go. Move the camera so we can see it better now. And we're going to put this in number 1, where it came from. I'll have to grab the piston again. Now I'm not 100% sure because I haven't actually checked, but I think like the factory NA gap is somewhere around like 17 thousandths, and then a boost gap should be around 25 thousandths. So I'm just gonna use the piston to push it down square in the bore. And now this is the little tiny gap. I don't know if you can see in the camera, but that little gap on the end there, that's what we're trying to measure. So if I can find my feeler gauges, you're gonna take your feeler gauges and they're obviously labeled all different sizes. But we'll start with what I think it might be, which is gonna be 25. And we're gonna see if it slides in there easy. Oh, just barely. 24. Nope. It is on one part of it, but not. 23. 23 slides in there easy. According to my handbook, my GM Builder handbook thing, for boost, 24, 25 thousandths is good. And this one's already at 23. So if you get an engine with a little bit more mileage on it than this one, that's probably not even worth taking apart the bottom end to just throw boost at it. And I'm not sure if all of you guys know, but the reason you want a wider ring gap is because this piston ring will actually expand in the chamber. So you need expansion room. And if there's not enough expansion room and it gets too hot, it'll actually butt together. And then the next weakest point is gonna be your piston. And then what it's gonna do is it's gonna pop up or down and ruin the ring lands. Since this is like a cast piston and these rings are actually like super steely, when the ring ends touch and there's nowhere for it to go, it's gonna wanna try and bend up and it's gonna blow a big hole in your ring lands. So that's one issue you have. I wonder now. I have to get this block off the stand so we can actually take it. Yeah, you're gonna flip over. But I'm wondering if I can just like, instead of getting the hoist. Oh yeah, it's not that heavy.
Jesus Christ, that's Jason Bourne.
It's actually not that bad. But how am I going to do what I want to do with it now? It's stuck in my hoodie. I need to get this stand off now. I actually need to get the heads. And this intake manifold, I'm actually giving to the builder guy because I want to get a high-rise intake manifold, one that's kind of pretty and not. I know the truck manifold is more than capable of doing what it needs to do. It's just we want a nice fancy one. I'm going to show you guys thumbnails again. That's good. This is my thumbnail. So some of you guys were asking what this turbo is. It's actually the new BorgWarner SXC 476 with the 87mm backside. This is the one that's off my Supra. This piece of shit here. Well, that's where my hat went. I was looking for that. So that's off this thing. It normally fits here. And more Powerhouse Racing stuff. Shout out to Powerhouse Racing. They really hook me up all the time. The water pump is missing. We actually got, there we go. This is actually gonna go here. I just don't have a gasket for it right now. It's a Mazira electric water pump. Whoa, what happened there? Whoa, look at that. Fancy. The truck manifold's going to him. He needs it. He's using it for one of his budget builds. These are also going to him. Just to get cleaned, look how dirty everything is. It's all a piece of shit. So he's gonna take apart the heads, he's gonna clean the valves off, and then clean the heads, and he's gonna hot tank the block 2, and then put new cam bearings in it. So for you LS guys, I'm gonna be rerunning all the pistons, just new rings. These are gonna get upgraded with the new roller bearing style, whatever the kit is called. These are gonna get upgraded too, as long with the lifters. They're gonna go to LS7 lifters, bigger push rods, upgraded rollers, bigger cam, and ARP head studs. So that's kind of the plan for the head, in case anyone was wondering. And a new timing setup thing too, timing kit. There's Mike now. You guys have to remember that the bottom end of this is supposed to be budget as fuck and just throwing it together and pretty much sloppy mechanic style, because the bottom end is going to be run out so hard that we're anticipating bending rods and breaking shit. So the bottom end is supposed to be disposable and rebuildable and just throw new rods in it and let it buck. Apologize my sloppiness on the bottom end. It's still a learning experience. I still want to do it semi-right, but the heads and the cams and everything is where it's all going to be at. I'm sorry for this one being short. Mike's actually coming to pick it up right now. I got a new toy inside. I'm going to show you right away, and you guys are going to like it, and it's going to mean that the channel gets some kind of new things. So this one's going to be really short. I'm sorry, guys. I got a new thing, and I'm filming with a new lens. This is my old kit lens. You probably hear the autofocus. Yeah, it's loud. This is my old lens, and then I bought this lens for this thing. So little pancake lens. It's a 24mm. It's a little bit wider angle, and it's a fixed lens and a lot lighter. So I bought it for this. Let's open this up real quick. It's a gimbal. I'm gonna pull it out of the box and set it up now. Look at all these pieces. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Very nice. How much? Now obviously I can't film with it, but the camera's gonna sit here. And then essentially you can walk and move and stuff with the camera, and then the motors inside this will actually like counteract your hand movements and your feet movements, so the video will be all stabilized. So now we can make pretty cool edits.
But that would be cool with the screen, right?
Crotch shot.